welcome back. This is Jennifer for The Median, and we are taking a look today at the refreshed, updated Volkswagen Taos. Let's dive in. Volkswagen's Taos, the company's smallest SUV, debuted in 2022 and is already receiving a refresh. The company's goal with this update is to make the Taos a little more upscale and a little more powerful. Here is Volkswagen of America's Taos product specialist, Mike Stevens, to fill us in on the highlights of the revised 2025 Volkswagen Taos.
Hello there, my name is Mike Stevens. I'm the product planner for the Volkswagen Taos. So we launched the Taos as a 22, and this is our first facelift. So I'm calling this a facelift and then some. We've touched the front, we've touched the rear, we've touched the interior, we've touched the engine, we've touched the transmission. So facelift and then some. So let's start at the front. So we have a sleek, more substantial bumper up front. My favorite part is the new headlights. I love advanced headlights. So these are projector headlights, and we made them standard across the board. Previously, you had to get the SEL to get the projector headlamps. Moving on to the rear, we have a rear connected taillight, okay, with a standard illuminated logo. All trims will come that. So pair that with the headlights, new headlights, and the illuminated logo, the car will look fantastic at night. All right, as far as engine goes, we have an updated version of the 1.5 liter turbo. We've given it more horsepower. So we go from 158 to 174. We've done that by upgrading engine components, injectors, piston rings, intercooler. A little small things to add more horsepower. Transmission, the all-wheel drive had the DSG before. We realized in this segment that customers want a traditional transmission rather than something really sporty like the DSG. So we've gone from the 7-speed DSG to the 8-speed automatic. Still has excellent fuel economy.
All right, so that's all the details on the updated, refreshed 2025 Volkswagen Taos. What does that all mean when you're inside? It is a little bit nicer. This is not plastic. This is now leatherette. And the blue is kind of cool on this particular SEL 4Motion. I'm lamenting the no thigh extenders under my seat. Longtime viewers will know I've got long legs and I need a little support under there. But the cabin is open, it's spacious. It feels almost as big as a Tiguan, especially if we do that, which is gonna take the rest of this video. Wow, that's a long way to go. Anywho, more power. Want to know what that feels like. Nothing different about suspension, nothing different about steering. And yes, the SEL does have all the drive modes, and it's got the bigger driver information cockpit thingy here. And in the SE and SEL, there's 4 different views you can do on here, including the full map, which is kind of nice. On the S, or in non-4Motion SEs, I believe, you get a different version of this digital cockpit that only has 2 different views. All well and good. Let's drive. We literally have no idea where we are. We're off the planned beaten path, but this road looked kind of cool. So, yay. I'll tell you what, I definitely feel more power. There's still Volkswagen brakes, squishy, but not too shabby. Let's try it. Oh, squishy, squishy. Definitely feel that uprated horsepower. It does still feel topsy-turvy a little bit, and that's okay. It's an SUV. It's not meant to be carving up canyons. Whee! Suspension does a decent job. It's German engineered, right? So yeah, suspension does a decent job. Tires, leave a little bit to be desired. So you can hustle it. That's good to know. Does it really feel that much better than the outgoing Taos that's only 2 years old? Came out in 2022. It does, actually. Is it better than a Tiguan? No, it's not. But the small changes that they've made here, All right, let me know in the comments below if you like the new front end. It kind of feels a little largemouth bass to me, depending on the trim. So the blue model that you see versus the green model that you see in all the B-roll shots that we're showing here, look at the mouth difference between the front of those two different models. And it can look a little, you know, largemouth bass back there, or up there. I do love the back end. I do love the tail lights, the running along there thing. That's just so cool. Does it make it feel more upscale? That was Volkswagen's focus on this Taos, is to make it feel like a more premium product. I don't know that it feels like a premium product. Does it feel more premium than the outgoing Taos? 100% yes. Does it look better? Not sure. There are some nice little things that do help, but here nor there. It's a refresh. It's not a whole new model, so all is well and good. It's actually playful. It's actually pretty fun. There's no reason you need anything more than this as a daily driving car. Like my driving buddy from today, Chris, said, this is just a jacked up Golf. And who really needs anything more than a Golf? Nobody. That's who. So, yeah. This is better than the outgoing model. And that's a good thing. Cabin noise? Yeah, there is some. This is also at top trim around $34,900, so $35,000 car. Volkswagen's reps talked about a little bit better sound insulation for the glass, a little bit more noise isolation, and yeah, it's not super loud. At highway speeds it can be, like this. Alright, so this is the Taos on highway at highway speeds. Now, admittedly this road is not the best, so it's a little noisy in here. We're also driving next to a dump truck that's got like 1,500 wheels. Those tend to make noise. These tires tend to make noise. We've been on several different road surfaces, and at highway speeds, there's wind noise from these big honking mirrors, and there's definitely tire noise, depending upon the surface. So, Taos on the highway. Still comfy. So yeah, the Taos can be a little loud, but I think that's tires and roads. We've been on roads that it wasn't that loud. So definitely road materials. And down here in Texas, we've had like 52 flavors of roads today. All of the flavors. But I'll tell you what this Taos excels at. And this is where I'm trying to figure out, if you fully spec this thing out, you're in Tiguan territory. And that's tough because the Tiguan, you get the 2-liter and you get more power. A little bit more room, not much. And that's where the Taos excels, because this is vacuous. This is huge. This is me sitting in the back seat. Wow, there's actually plenty of room. This is me sitting behind myself, and I have a fair amount of knee room without touching the seat in front of me. Good armrests on both sides. Not too bad. And this is what the interior space looks like, with all kinds of space. So, as a daily driving car, you can get this in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. You get this as an all-wheel drive car in Wisconsin, you really don't need any more than this. And really good gas mileage. Over 30 miles per gallon combined use. That's pretty good, and something that's actually this big. Okay, so no longer hustling along, just driving normally. A few things to note. Hard buttons on the steering wheel. love that. I'm so glad that the Taos has hard buttons on the steering wheel instead of the capacitive touch haptic sensor stuff that are on other vehicles. However, the HVAC is all touch sensitive. It works okay. Sliders are fine, heated seats, heated and vented seats in the front on an SEL. Also heated steering wheel. That's pretty nice. And drive modes. When you get into the 4Motion models, you get all of the different drive modes for Volkswagen. Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. I've been driving in Normal that whole time, hustling it. And so I'm going to switch to Sport now. Ooh, it downshifted right away. My tack and speedo changed to red trim from blue. Because, you know, red means fast, right? Red means go faster? No. But anyway, it's red. And, okay, foot to the floor. Downshifts quicker. And you can slap it over and do that yourself if you want to. There's also custom, where you can customize how those things change, and then off-road modes, which are pretty cool. But this isn't really an off-roader. This isn't really an off-roader, it's more of a soft roader. All's well and good. But I do like the layout. The semi-floating screen here in the center works well. It's laid out well. It's very intuitive. So if you want a simple cabin that's easy to use, you get in, you start it up, and you know where everything is, it all falls readily to hand, the Taos might be for you. So really the new Taos is a nice place to be. The layout is great. The touchscreen works quite well. I love that there's an auto stop start off button. Thank you, Volkswagen, for that. Wireless phone charger up here, a couple of USB-Cs. But really the biggest takeaway is the increased power output of this engine and the 8-speed automatic transmission in place of the DSG that was in the SEL model before this. They play well together, and they do a really good job at that. So not a lot to really complain about. And as my driving buddy today, Chris, said, there wasn't that much that needed addressing, so Volkswagen didn't address those things. Yeah, it's nice. But it's fighting with the Tiguan. It's my only question. Which one did you get? Let me know in the comments below. All right, well, really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time.